welcome back to my channel. Today I will show something for everyone, every single lady, even if you're working out from a hotel, from a house, from a gym, if you don't have any weight or you have a dumbbell, I will show everything. So we are starting this workout with a squat, actually a box squat. So I will show you body weight, dumbbell, and barbell, how I do this exercise. I will also give you tips on the form so you can do it from anywhere. For a box squat, you're gonna need a bench, a chair, something you feel comfortable and stable sitting onto. And you just spread your legs, knees go out, and you tap the bench while going down. You don't sit down on the bench, you tap and then you go back up. The slower you do this exercise, the harder it is. So if you don't have any weight, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow and controlled. Don't forget, like I always tell you, you have things around the house that you can use as weights. For example, this is about 10 pounds and I'm gonna hold it up, knees out. I'm gonna tap the bench. Just like so. Of course, if you are someone who has dumbbell or dumbbells, you can always include these in this exercise, and I will show you how. You're gonna hold up your dumbbell close to you, knees out, you're gonna tap the bench, stand up. From another angle right here. And this is the way that I usually do this exercise if I want to do a heavy box squat. As you can see, you can do it from anywhere with anything, really just to keep your body moving. So depending on which squat you're doing, if you're doing a front squat, so the stance is the same, knees out, and you just squat, right? So this is a goblet squat. Same as a front squat, probably in a sense. And then, of course, if you're doing a back squat, your weight will be on your shoulders, not your neck, on those shoulders, right? And then you just squat in the same way. And again, just like I always tell you, you can use home items, kids or animals to do squats, right? So here we go with my cat. And right now I will show you the way that I will be squatting. So with my warm-up, so the first set, I usually do lighter weight, and then I see if I need to increase my weight or down my weight. And then of course I will try front squat and back squat and see what is more comfortable that day, because every single day is different. Some days I don't feel like doing a front squat, it feels off. Some days the back squat is off, and there is even a low bar back squat. So there's a lot of options, and it is okay to go back and forth in between those. As long as you increase that weight over time, get stronger and stay consistent, right? That is just like the most important. Okay, so squat, let's talk about squat. I did a front squat, which felt very heavy, and I am not as strong in my front squat as I am on my back squat. So It's still heavy. I only, on the back squat, I did 6. I could have done 8, and I will try each round to do 8, right? So I will be doing a back squat. Of course, I showed you all of the variations in 4 rounds. So this was my warm-up, and I do not count this. Now my set starts, and I will try hard. I will push myself, and I will always try to do between 5 and 12 reps. Always be in there. Another thing I wanted to mention is if you don't have any weight, you can always, or just low weight, and you don't feel as much of a burn, or you need to do like 100 reps to actually feel something, you can always slow down. So slow on the way down and slow on the way back up. That will put a lot more pressure on your muscles. Okay, so the next exercise is Sumo Deadlifts. Yes, to do a Sumo Deadlift with no weight, again, if you're new at this, form, getting the form right is very important. So what you do a sumo stance, your knees are out, and you kind of, I don't know, I need to pretend like I'm having some kind of weight that the form would be on point. So you kind of squat, but you're more leaning forward. If you see, like in a squat, I'm more straight. In a sumo deadlift, I am more forward. So let me show you the way it would look with a dumbbell. Spread those legs, knees are out. You lock that back, right? So shoulders back and down. You tighten that core, you suck it in. Your back is straight, knees out. And then you just go down. You back up. You don't need to do this. Don't do that either on your squat or any of the exercises. You need to always be straight. So here we go. We're going down and then back up. And you see, I'm just straight. And you can squeeze those glutes if you want to. And then my cat is in the way. Okay, and then again, you go down, you go back up. The slower you are going down and up, the harder it is. So let me show you the way that I will be doing this exercise, just because I have weight. And of course, if you have 2 dumbbells, you can hold 2 dumbbells in your hands while doing sumo deadlift. The thing about a sumo deadlift is you sit into it, right? So you're pretending like you've been sitting on a chair maybe. So knees out, you grab the weight and you sit into it. You see how I get in position. Shoulders back and down. Okay, I get asked all the time, what if I don't want to grow my glutes? What if genetically I store my fat in my glutes and my glutes are looking big and feeling big and are fat in a way, right? Well, that is not true, and let me tell you, hip thrusts will not that it's gonna grow your glutes, but if your glutes are large already, you will drop that fat from your glutes and your muscle will grow. Of course, also your glute shape will change, right? So you're gonna get a little lift and it's gonna look nicer and more fit. So I know that I all the time say like, I'm growing my glutes, grow glutes, 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 grow, but it doesn't only grow. The muscle grows very slowly, but the glutes over time, the shape becomes nicer and more round, more puffy, and doesn't look fat, if you know what I mean. So don't be afraid of hip thrusts. They're not gonna make your glutes even bigger if you already have large glutes. So let me show you how to do hip thrusts from home or from anywhere, really. A hotel. Hip thrust is a great exercise for glutes. Let's go. Okay, so glutes from your sofa, you just lean onto that sofa with your shoulder blades. Your legs make a 90-degree angle, so here you go. You kind of see that, right? 90-degree angle down, and then body straight. You put your weight here, or body weight if you don't have any weight, and then you go down, and you go up. You keep staring straight. You go down, and then you go up, and you squeeze those glutes the whole time. If you are doing body weight, you just squeeze them as hard as you can the whole time. You don't do this. You want to be straight. Glute bridges are an amazing exercise, and if you don't have a bench or you're not comfortable from anywhere, just the ground, amazing. So either body weight or with a dumbbell. So the way you do it, you get on the ground, put your weight here, you still want, just make like a comfortable leg position. You stare straight. Your back is straight, it is not arched. The head is forward, and you lift up. You don't need to lift as high as possible. The back is straight, you lift up the weight, you squeeze those glutes, and then you go down. Up, down. Play around with the foot positioning. For me, close. So now, because I do have a bench, and I do have a hip thrust bar, and then also this pad that I buy from BC Strength. I am doing hip thrust heavy, of course, like this. So if you only have a bench, let's say at home, this is where I started. I only had a bench and one dumbbell when I started working out. You either put your dumbbell here, your shoulder blades are on the bench. 90-degree angle with the footing, with the legs, body straight, you're holding your dumbbell, you go down, you go up. I'm always staring straight. The cat is in my way, and then you just go up, up, up. So the same aspect with the weight. This last exercise is a killer, yes. And should be included in every single workout, only because you're working one leg at a time. When you're working one leg at a time, it kind of evens out both sides, because as you know, we are all stronger on one side of our body than the other. Nothing is even, right? So you're trying to minimize that as, you know, as good as possible. As much as possible. You're trying to minimize that as much as possible. So this exercise is very great, but it's super hard. So even if you have no weight, you have light weight, or you are experienced and you're using heavy weight, this will work. What you're doing, you need somewhere to put your leg. So I have this bench that works perfectly, as you see, but you can use a chair, stairs, anything really where you can feel comfortable doing this exercise.
You go away from the bench,
I'm using 20 pounds here.
You're working, so really find the position that works for you and that is comfortable. So play around with it. And then you are just going down into that bench. So you're kind of going, whoop, whoop, right? Into the bench, straight back up. Into the bench, straight back up. Straight back up. Trust me, weight is the workout is done. So I did 4 rounds of each exercise, except for split squats, I did 3 rounds. Exercise, I did 3 rounds. Please, if you try this, don't forget to tag me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you are. It is a great workout, actually the best workout, because most important is for you to stick to the basics. You don't need to do all of these crazy exercises. The